this is Bill Tainter doing a market review for Monday, December 5th. And it's been a while. I've been fighting some sickness and cold and flu symptom stuff, so I apologize for being out of the loop for a while. But I'm back hot and heavy, December. And today is Monday, December 5th, and I'm going to go through a couple of trades with you. Now, this is the euro, and I saw this coming into the New York session. Remember the boxes, right? This is the Tokyo session, is this salmon, orange, reddish box. The gray box is the London session, and then the blue is the New York session. The overlap is pink here, and the overlap between Tokyo and London is kind of a lime green here. Okay? So that's what they represent. So there was a little bit of news. Let me pull that up and show you the news. There it is. And it's the Monday, December 5th. And so 9 o'clock, there was some news around 9 o'clock, and didn't move too much, wasn't too dramatic impact. And then 11 o'clock, there was FOMC, and then there was some news later on right here. This is what kicked in the market hard. S&P to put euros AAA countries on credit watch was negative. So let's take a look. That was a couple candles later on here. I'll show you. But here's the setup. Very, very simple. Okay. I drew my black line in here, and it's at a cluster. Okay. Let me move over here a little bit. See this? 3453 is a gray cluster. And when I normally don't trade grays as much, but when price really behaves nicely, see, so I put my black line in here, and look what it did. It powered up one candle. The next candle is a doji, or a small body candle. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. And then what I do is I got a little bit behind here. I wanted to park a buy here. Now let's just check this candle and see if I can get into this to see what the high and the low is. Not sure if I can get around this to find out the high and the low. There, good. See this? The low, 34.54. 34.53 is the cluster. So it got within 1 pip. There it is. Got within 1 pip down here was the low. Well, when it got down here, I did a buy and missed the entry by a few pips here. I could have had a little bit better, but when it powered up, I took my 2 profits off right at the next thermal grid right here, because it's early in the month and my approach is very simple. When it starts out the month, I take 2 profits off, and I really want to follow it closely. Well, with my stop loss if I can. Well, look at this guy. It was great. It broke. It did a doji. When it comes back down, I'm buying it. Now this was post news, and the news wasn't that big of an impact. So when it pushed down here, what I love about this, look at when we bought it, look at the entire world was with us, and it just pushed it straight up profitable. Isn't that beautiful? Guys, this is when you know you're in the zone. We have this figured out. This is what works. We go, we get in, and it moves our way immediately. Very, very limited drawdown. It's fun to trade this way. Sure enough, it goes straight up. Look at that, pulls 15 pips and then 17 pips right at this cluster, and look at now it can't make new highs. When it can't make new highs and it starts coming back, then I know it's going down. Okay, so I didn't miss this. Watch, I jumped on the second trade. Now what I did is when I saw this break, doji, retested, came right back up and stalled, and it came back down again, I knew it was going to head south. So when it broke and closed here, the next candle, I sold it 34.54. Now the London session closed, it burped a little bit. Let's just see how high it went just for fun. Right in that area, 34.65. Okay, 9, or is that 11 pips? 54 to 64, yeah, 11 pips. Okay, so it went against me, 11 pips, turned, and then this news came out. But it's interesting how price still behaved, because look, it breaks below, it comes up, the news came out, in one candle, pow, went down. I took profits at 20 or 18 and 20 right here, and man, it just pushed and pushed. Now I'm in a break free, or a break even +1 risk free trade, right? So here's what I did. Here's my lines. This is where I got in. Here's where my take profits were. Tells me right here 19 and 18. Look, I'm up 82 pips right now. This is the trade. It's still open. It's still running. But I've slammed my stop loss down here to pretty much lock in like 50 pips. Okay? So my approach at the early beginning of the month here, the early parts, I'm going to take profit 1 and 2 off right away, and I'm going to follow it with a stop, and I'm going to squeeze these out till I hit 200 pips. Alright, let me show you my dashboard. Okay, so here's my dashboard. First trade. It said perfect price action, posted the post news, followed through nicely, break in a doji. Let's see, what did I do good? Traded it with Chart Trader. I missed parking at the level, so I put it above and I pinched it down. I just took my buy entry line and just kept moving it down until it bounced me in. What mistakes did I make? I was slow in preparation. I should have had Chart Trader set up and waiting. I hesitated. That's my fault. Alright, next trade is, so that was a buy. Then I did a sell. And 34.54. Pulled off 20 and 18. It was a gray retest. Here, price action buy. It did not. Okay, the price action buy did not follow through. Broke down. So I entered on a retest of a gray. On a 1 hour, it shows a break in a doji. At the retest on this entry, we'll see if the M15 failing is going to override by the H1 setup. So I took some good notes there because I'll show you. What happened, and I can put this in there right now, that the M15 failing setup overrode this time, and it worked out perfectly. Alright, so here's what I do is I can select these cells, and it tells me right here 70 pips. I go to the dashboard and look at this. I'm up 70 pips guaranteed, plus like another 50, so I've already got 130 pips in 1 day of trading. Awesome. Averages 17.5 for take profits. That's great, and no stop loss, no problems, 100% winners. Very exciting. So let's go back here. Now watch. This is what I'm talking about. Let me go to this 1 hour. So do you see how the 15-minute it broke doji, and there it was? Watch this. This is amazing. When you go to a 1 hour, let me take let me remove that. Look at this. Look at this. Sets up resistance. It breaks, does a doji, and now it's coming back. And normally you'd buy it here and it would go up. See this? Break, doji, retest, and then it failed and it went down. So the reason, and I saw this after the fact, after I got in, I thought, oh crap, maybe this is going to go up. But look at on a 15. It's interesting how these time frames roll into each other right here. So on the 15 it broke, dojied, did a retest, but it failed, couldn't make new highs, came back down a little bit lower, failed again halfway, boom, and then it failed. And it just went down. So this tells me right here, you know, it's going to go. Again, I'm a counter puncher. I kind of like to let the market prove itself here. When this closed below here, when this didn't make new highs and it closed below, I'm in. London closed, took a little higher. Look at this. Broke below, went up here. Here's a second entry. You could have got in here. See, it broke the level. Can't make new highs. Broke the level. And retest the thermal grid. Again, look at it. Just respects these guys so dead on. And where do you take profit? You can take profit here, take profit here, take profit at lows, take profit in the next grid. And where did it fall? Fell right to the next grid. Look at this. Chopping, chopping, chopping. There's new grids for the day, struggles, and now it's down here at the bottom again. So very exciting, some winning trades, works perfectly. We have a proven system. We're documenting the success. We're teaching you every step of the way. It's very, very exciting stuff. So hopefully this makes sense. Review this a couple of times. Review Module 1, price action, but this is live in the markets, showing you how it works, and I'm putting this all in my live account trades, and so not only do we teach it, we trade it. Alright, so hopefully this helps, and we'll see you tomorrow.